Let's start at the top. Our site is called an untitled site, so we can give it a name. I'm going to call this and press enter, and the site name comes down to here. You can see that site's tutorial, and that is not the same as the URL. That's just for you to use as a name to understand what your website's called, and we'll get onto URL when we publish a bit later on. You can also add your logo, so I'm going to click on add logo here, and you can add your brand logo and your favicon or favicon. That'll be the icon that sits in the tab and should be a little square one. We'll do that later, but first of all I'm going to upload my company logo. So I'm going to click on upload, and then I'm going to come to here. There we go, that's the one I want. And you can see it's now been uploaded into here, and so that means that my website's now been branded with my logo. On every page you'll see that. Next we've got the actual page title. This grey area here is part of the simple template. You can see across here, if we look at the simple template, if I choose the pink one, the page will change. If I choose the purple one, the page will change, but we can edit this. So I'm going to first of all look at image and come to select, and under select we've got all these options here. We've got the Google Gallery that they've built for specifically for Google Sites. You can go by URL if you've got a web address, Google Images, photos from your Google Photos, or images on your Google Drive. You could choose any of those. We're just going to go to Google Images, and I'm going to search for that one's pretty cool. I'll grab that one, insert, and I've chosen that one because it's the width of the page. And this is a good opportunity to see how this preview button works. What device are you making your website for? So if you think most people are going to access your website via a mobile phone, you'll need to see how you need to organize your content. Let's just have a look at the different header types here. We can have a cover, which will make it look like this, which is when you've got the problems with a narrow picture. You can see I've run out of space and it's just tried to fill it in. Large banner, that's going to work. A thinner banner is going to work better. Title only gets rid of the picture. But let's just go for cover. And I know that I want to have a look at my content on the phone most often. So let's call this digital technologies. And I want to put a subheading in as well. So I just put it, I'm going to align here at the bottom, and let's just say now let's click over here and we can see what this looks like. So this is what it would look like on a computer, and unfortunately my choice of font color and size is going to interfere with the whiteness there. You can't see my subtext. Let's click on this one here. What would it look like on a tablet? Making better. I think maybe I need to go for a different colored font or choose a different background. What would this look like on a cell phone? And now you can see on here, my digital technologies, I need to do something here because my word's spilling over onto the next line, which is why it's always good to check. So white on this black background is not going to work. I should choose a different picture. I'll fix that just now. You can see what I've done is I've actually ditched that monochromatic image. Even though it looked cool, it made my text very hard to see. So I've still gone for a dark image, but I've got color in there. But where my white text sits, it's on a black background and makes it easier to see. So, you know, be prepared to sacrifice your photo to make sure that the actual website does its job, which is to communicate information. I've changed the font size as well, so this was too big. What I also did was I made sure technologies was on a second line, so I put a return in here so the website wouldn't try and always size it onto one line and default to another line, and break the IES or the S of technologies off all the time. I could make this a little bigger as well, perhaps choose a different font. Andika's a bit light, so let's come down here and choose perhaps something like Carter 1. That looks like it might be easier to see. Again, I could always make that slightly bigger as well. So let's make that 24. That's good. Again, I think I'm going to be using mine on a cell phone more often than anything else. So let's come back up to view or preview and see what this looks like. And that's much better. I can see that I've got my logo here. Digital technologies making tech accessible for all. That's fine. Let's just close that and make sure I've got it set up as I want it to be. No, I want it as a cover. Let's check it as a cover. That looks like I'm going to get full coverage again. Click on preview. That's much better. That's a much better looking page or opening page to my website looking on a cell phone. So I'm cool with that. And so we're ready now to start building our content. And in the next video, we're going to look at using these templates and even making our own.